Usually we'll go on for a little bit sometimes, and then we'll go at a certain point,
We'll
like
say okay
at a certain even number, so that way the chapters are even are good, so we can add the chapters in. And plus, Mark's not here right now, so once Mark shows up, we'll start. But yeah,
no, that is this whole Stefan Diggs.
We'll say that again. Yeah, say it again.
Josh Allen controversy, which Stefan Diggs. So he showed up in the building. He was there Tuesday morning. He did his physical, and they basically had all intents and purposes. He was going to be there all mini camp, and then he left.
Yeah, no, he was. Yeah, I remember hearing I remember hearing saying he was there.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah.
Yeah, so he left, and basically everyone was asking Josh Allen about is this his personality conflict between he and Diggs? Is it better that they need to incorporate him better into the offense? Do they give him the ball better? And Josh Allen basically was like, yeah, we need to work on that. It's part of teamwork, but it's also about communicating the right way with the star receiver because this is what he does, and we need to get him the ball as much as possible. And I don't know, he's making like he's the fourth highest paid receiver in the NFL right now. All right, what does he want?
He's just a diva, man. He's just a diva. He wants all the attention. He wants his name slapped on the jersey rather than the Bills logo. He wants like his face. It's just like, what do you want, dude? What do you want? That's exactly what it is. Like, it's like, what's that scene with what's his face and asking Elizabeth Banks, like, what do you want? And they're all in the rain and shit.
Yep.
And he's like, nah, it's not that. It's not that simple. It's not that simple. It's like, what do you want? What do you want? That's exactly how it is. I don't know.
So weird, and the Bills are trying to get someone opposite side of him to be able to take the press coverage and the double teams away from him.
Yeah,
he's not showing up for minicamp.
I see this happening next year. Is that he won't be there next year, and they just draft like best available, best receiver there. That's probably a possibility because if they're not, you don't want to deal with someone like that in the locker room, and we've heard this before when he was in Minnesota.
That's what he did in Minnesota, yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and then now he's doing it here. What, 4 years later? What is it? Every 4 years you just got to do something to. I don't know.
I'm concerned. I'm almost thinking, it's time to trade him.
Yeah. No. Yeah.
Do you call the Chargers up? Do you come up? I mean, you think about maybe Mike Williams in the second rounder. Something like that. That might work for Stefan Diggs.
Yeah, I would imagine that they would send him to a team that has money because they have to take over his so-called salary that he's probably going to want.
His dead cap hit is only $13.2 million this year.
Right, but I mean, it's not like you could say that to the Chiefs or the Rams or the Raiders. They're broke as hell. So it's like you gotta look for the team that has 13th. So yeah. What's up, Anthony? How are you, man? Anthony's up at the house. Are the Chargers the new TCU? It was two guys, man. It was two guys. But we're still waiting on Mark, so we're just talking about anything and everything. So
actually, Mark says it's taking a lot longer, so he might not make it.
Okay, that's fine. We'll give it what. Wow, hold on. When did he send that? When did he send that?
A second ago, like 5 minutes ago.
All right. Should we just do it then?
Yeah, we can just go.
We'll start at the. I want to start at a certain minute mark.
Mm-hmm.
So when Mark comes in here and does his chapters, or we can
he'll
do
be
it.
Able to see it.
Yeah, he'll be able to do it because I could just cut this all out too eventually.
If we start, we'll start at 6 minutes. So we got a minute and a half to talk about this real quick.
Yeah. Go ahead. Say what you gotta say.
No, the only thing I was gonna say is like we get him out of there. Like Anthony says, I'll trade Keenan Allen first before Mike Williams. Keenan Allen is not going to be good enough. I think that you're going to need someone.
You wanted to talk about that?
Yeah, I want to get a big body receiver in here for this for this trade. I would love.
I feel like we should have watched. All right, I thought we were on the whole. Okay, I wouldn't have said all that yet.
Oh no,
we haven't officially started.
Okay, so yeah, because I guess it's kind of the Diggs does work into the Chargers thing. It does.
You know what? Let's just start it.
I never thought about it.
I didn't Mark, we're starting at 6 minutes.
6 minutes we're gonna go.
How was work? You got 30 seconds. How was your day? How was work?
Traffic was terrible in Chicago, but tomorrow's my birthday, so I don't care. I'm off for work, and I don't want to go back for a while, so I want to enjoy the next couple of days.
You got nothing going on tomorrow?
Just being my kids, my family. That's it.
When you go back?
I'll go back Friday.
No, are you gonna do it Thursday with us?
Thursday, I probably will be on with you guys.
I mean, you're up that early, man.
I get up at 6 o'clock in the morning every morning.
All right, let's start the show.
Thank you, sir.
Yep.
That is awesome still.
It's the Chargers schedule anime that they did. If you haven't seen it, there it is. I thought it was pretty cool what they did as soon as the release of the schedule, so I felt like why not show it? So yeah, what in the
They
Dragon Ball
won.
Z? Yeah, you haven't seen that before?
They won. That's when they released that. I was like, this is better than
it was the
Tennessee.
best.
It's so good.
It was the best. It was the best. But no, it's yeah, Anthony, that was the Chargers schedule. They made an anime out of it, so I thought that was kind of cool. So, but yeah, so Savor the Flavor. I think you just before we started, mentioned happy birthday to you. So as in suit. So yeah. But we'll be tomorrow. Are you still coming on tomorrow?
Unless something bad happens, there's no way.
All right, okay. I mean, I don't know if you're gonna go do something for dinner plans or something, then like skip out tomorrow's show.
They said
I come back Thursday. I don't know.
My wife told me you should be home by time for dinner. I mean, by time for the show. She said we're going to dinner at 6. We should be home by time for the show. I was like, okay,
okay, all right, that works. That works.
Appreciate it, babe.
But yeah, so we were talking about when you're off. When I'm off from work, I got a phone that a battery comes out, and when work calls me, oh wow, wow.
So, man, my phone died. I don't know what else to tell you guys. I was trying.
But yeah, so all right, so go back to this. I'll trade Keenan Allen first before Mike Williams.
That's very interesting that you'll say that, but my problem with that is no one's going to go for Keenan Allen. You got to trade Mike Williams. I mean, especially I'm the Bills, I'm like, F that. No, you give me Mike Williams. Actually, I want Mike Williams to something else.
Yeah. Right now we're in a weird situation with the receivers aging. So real quick, I mean, what do we have? The Chargers reached playoffs the first time since like 2018 last season, and then they lost to the Jaguars in the wild card, which was like the biggest upset I've ever seen because they had a +5 differential on the betting when it came to Vegas. So which means there is no way in hell these guys are going to lose. However, the Jaguars proved them wrong, blowing the third biggest lead in the NFL history in the postseason. So which basically we all thought, damn, this dude's going to lose his job as a coaching job, but he's still there. So the Chargers kept him around. However, they did change offensive coordinator and defense coordinator. So head coach Brandon Staley,
they blamed everybody else.
But then there was that weird week where why'd you play Mike Williams before, and then he got injured the week before playoffs, which was another reason why we thought he was going to lose his job. But so who replaced him? So Joe Lombardi was fired.
Yeah,
and Keelan Moore came in, who worked with Dak Prescott for the last 4 seasons. So this could elevate
to be a head coach, and that's a great upgrade.
Yes. So this could elevate Herbert to a gargantuan like skill set. I don't know. And then they brought in the defense coordinator. They fired Ronaldo Hill. So he just left. Actually, they didn't fire him. He just left to Dolphins. So now he's with the Dolphins. And Derek Ainsley is now the defensive coordinator. So the Chargers going in for the 21st pick overall, which
they had the 22nd.
Yeah, well, no, it was the 21st. They got Quentin Williams at the 21st. So
really?
yeah. So now with Justin Herbert being going into his 4th year, this could mean like his contract. I don't know, but last year it was a rough year. It was a career low 25 touchdowns, and it was just injuries with Keenan Allen for like the first 9 weeks, somewhere around there. Like I think it was like 7 of those games.
They were like,
and then Mike Williams was gone for like 4 of the games, and then we're hearing potential trade with Austin Eckler this year.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a lot. But they're all still there currently. We just don't know how it's going to happen throughout the off season. So yeah,
this is what's interesting is, hey, thanks, Anthony.
Yeah,
Anthony got me. So many Anthony's terrible. No, but when you look at his career, you look at his numbers, even for the regular season last year, he was 68.2% completion rate. He had 4,700 yards. He had 25 touchdowns and 10 interceptions. He had a quarterback rating of 93.2. And then you're going to give him Kellen Moore? Kellen Moore throws the ball more than any human I've ever seen. Like, Dak Prescott could have easily had 5,800 yards if he didn't get hurt. Like,
yeah.
this
Herbert's game is going to elevate.
This might be a serious. He might throw for 5,500 yards.
Yeah. So I don't know if you have the rookies there with you.
Oh, yeah.
Usually Mark reads them off. So
so we got the first.
I'll go and show them here in a bit. Damn it, I'm trying to get this. I'm playing with my thing. So here. All right. So playing with this layout. I got to delete some of these. Did you want to read them out or should I?
I can read them out. Yeah, definitely. I can read them.
Okay, go ahead.
All right. So we got first round pick Quentin Johnston from TCU. And then we got Tupu Loto out of USC, outside linebacker. We got Dayan Henley, inside linebacker, Washington State, which is good. Darius Davis from TCU, wide receiver, in the 4th round. The 5th round, we had Jordan McFadden as a guard from Clemson, which I actually like. Another pick I like. Scott Matlock, a defensive tackle in the 6th round for Boise State. And then the 7th round, it was like, hey, we already got both receivers. Let's go get the quarterback. Let's get Max Dugan.
That's got good chemistry with. I don't think Max Dugan's gonna ever start over Herbert. I think it's just this is pure. Like, what's stupid is I was hearing like, oh man, do they not think Justin Herbert's? I'm like, no, they just grab the backup. Like he's a solid backup. Max Dugan going in knows he's gonna be a backup.
Yeah.
Herbert knows. Oh, I have a backup. Like it's just no. Anybody who ever thought that Justin Herbert was going to get replaced by this guy is wrong.
It's so crazy. But, he's going to be able to come in and have chemistry with the wide receivers immediately. So that's what's good. And then he could also talk to Justin Herbert about this is what this guy likes. This is what this guy likes. You don't have to wait for filling out period. You can talk to the horse right there.
I don't expect Justin Herbert to get hurt this year. There is one behind one of the best lines in the league right now.
He's also very tough. I mean, I've never seen breaking ribs and then playing through it.
Yeah. So it's interesting to see what Justin Herbert is in reality, because this might be his best line. Let's bring up the rest of the schedule, or the roster here. So again, by Keelan Moore and Derek Ainsley are offensive and defensive coordinators. So as we always do, let's do offense first, and then we'll talk about the defense. So yeah, can you guys see that? Do I need to blow it up?
Blow up a little bit, yeah. I mean, I got it, but yeah.
Yeah. So all right. So obviously Justin Herbert we talked about, and then we got Max Dugan, who they brought up as rookie, and then they got Easton Stick as there as a backup as well. But I think Stick might end up taking the 3rd role here. So
quarterback guy,
yeah. So as who's he throwing to? Well, who's he getting protected by? Like I said, Rashawn Slater, we like. Zion Johnson, we like.
Yep.
Corey Linsley, Jamar Slayer, and Terry Pipkins. These guys are all like pretty good.
And they fill in different holes. They could play multiple positions. These guys are all mostly swing guys. Rashawn Slater is mostly a left tackle, but everyone else is a swing guy.
I think McFadden might start over him though.
Really?
I think McFadden takes over Telliers. I don't know. They might move him, but I just thinking there's a possibility that they might draft him because they picked him there at guard too.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's I don't know. They have options, like to move the line there. Like you said, they could plug them anywhere. So
yep. I mean, as you said, McFadden, great at Clemson. He's blocked for great quarterbacks. He knows what he's doing. That's and he started. I think he started a 3-year starter. That's just always a good guy to have on my team.
Yeah, Herbert getting a good line, dumping the body as offensive coordinator. This might be the first time, in my opinion, we see him play fully to his. I think so. I think so.
It depends on Staley, man.
To add a bonus, got to keep Eckler with the new rookies. Yeah, no, it's. I don't like that he. It wasn't that he didn't want to be there. He wants to be there. He just feels like he wants a better paycheck for what he's done for the team.
This is an awful time to be a running back in the NFL.
Oh,
that's just what it is.
God.
It is. I mean, Austin Eckler, as far as we talk about fantasy purposes stuff, him and CMC are probably the 2 best running backs going into this year. All purpose, get you catching, rushing the ball. That's what he is. But you don't pay a running back. You don't stay good, especially knowing that you got to pay Justin Herbert next year. Because if he has, which I'm thinking he's going to have 5,300 yards, 30 touchdowns, because he has 2 good receivers, and we have that Kellen Moore as his offensive coordinator, we might have a problem. They don't have enough money for it to all go around. So,
I feel
might be the
like
odd man out.
the Chargers and the Giants should just trade running backs with added pieces. They're both unhappy where they're at.
Yeah.
They wanted more money. Just trade them to where maybe they're in a different environment, but with the same salary.
Austin Eckler will be so pissed.
Getting more, but
Eckler will be so upset when he gets there and looks at Daniel Jones. He's like, "Oh, I had Justin Herbert."
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah,
should have shut up.
But the thing is, he wants to be there though. It's not like he wants out. He wants to be there, but it wouldn't surprise me that the Chargers move him.
I wouldn't be surprised either. For the right move, why not?
Right. So they might just air it out and just kind of like have Joshua Kelly back there every now and then. Isaiah Spiller didn't turn out to be what the hype was last year, and I even thought he was going to be a lot better than what he was. Turns out he's not. So
all I know is I would trade Austin Eckler immediately. There's 2 guys out there that I think will fit perfectly. Dalvin Cook is a guy that you go get and not have to worry about him paying all that money. Mm-hmm. And why not? I'll grab Zeke because he's played in this offense before too.
Yeah, that's true.
And then so you now have a guy who already
Zeke behind Eckler, and then Eckler moved. Damn.
And it just makes sense. Zeke is a perfect place for Kellen Moore. He knows exactly how to do it. Zeke blocks well. He does all those things. For a young quarterback to have that behind you is a great.
As a blocker, but not so much as a running back.
No, running back, you just throw the ball there.
He's got no tread on them tires no more, man. He'll give you 8 solid 100s, but after that, it's like
I don't even know about that. I think he's like
100%.
Oh, 100% good. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, no, I'm not saying 100 yards. I'm just saying 100. Like he'll give you 100 for 8 of those games of the 18 games. Other than that, he's off Monday and Tuesday.
Yep.
Because he needs those veteran days. And Wednesday and Thursday. Wednesday you practice hard. Thursday you do freaking walkthroughs, and Friday some more.
He's in the ice tub 3 of those days all the time. Break in case of emergency.
Yo, Dallas used them, man. They got the best use out of him. So now it's like, all right, whoever signs him, good luck.
But having a guy who knows the offense and can block and come in and pass protection purposes.
Yes, absolutely.
I can see it. But that Dalvin Cook is a great, but he's looking for a great spot. If you get rid of Eckler, why not? And it might save you some money, and Justin Herbert's contract is going to be big.
Mm-hmm. No, I agree. So it's interesting that if we see Eckler move, the pass game might change. I don't know, but as far as we see, receiver wise, they're not bad. Like they're really, really good. So they got Quentin Johnston as their first rounder.
Yep.
And Keenan Allen and Mike Williams. And we were joking aside that they drafted Mike Williams to replace Mike Williams.
Exactly.
So, but
they're looking in the mirror like, what's going on?
Yeah, the only issue is Quentin Johnston needs to run or work on his catching ability. So, yeah. Hey, what's up, Tank?
What's up, man?
Now you got them both in the same room, so you got to be careful.
It's Anthony Price, Anthony Rasta,
yeah,
and Anthony Tate Craig.
He called Anthony Stewart. That's what he said. He called him Tank. You got 3 Anthonys up in here. Savor the flavor. Anthony. Don't tell me you're an Anthony too, man. That would be horrible.
Oh, that would be so funny.
So they have weapons galore. Gerald Everett is still there.
They have backup wide receivers. We saw Josh Palmer. It's funny that Tank is in here because he loved Josh Palmer all last year.
Josh Palmer.
He just loved him. And then Darius Davis.
Yeah,
is a good wide receiver too.
Yeah, Jalen Guyton can step up and make some good plays too. We've seen it.
Yeah,
and it's just that they don't have issues at receiver core, which I feel like it's like Donald Parham and Gerald Everett is pretty solid tight ends.
Mm-hmm.
Like even in my Dynasty league, I really didn't want to let him go, but I had to do 2 cuts. But
yeah,
it is what it is. You guys talking this year or next year? What do you mean?
So they did rework Eckler's contract, giving him only thing he got was incentives on if he rushing incentives. So like if you do more, if you get 1,000 yards for this, you get 1,200 yards to be able to do this. So they didn't really give him any extra money. They just get incentive based, which means he didn't change his contract at all. But overall, when you have, why you didn't promise him anything?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like we might see him move by week 8. Look, I'm telling you, 8 weeks is a lot of time for an owner to start thinking. If he's not producing,
I'm even saying even if he is producing, and Justin Herbert, let's say in week 8, Justin Herbert has 3,200 yards, 3,200 pass yards in week 8. You gotta look at your checkbook and like, if you're trying to balance the checks, like, well, I want to pay this dude $260 million.
They have to pay Herbert. They're not gonna let Herbert walk.
You gotta get something for him.
Eckler's the man to leave.
Yeah, because you can't pay him.
They're gonna be in a giant situation, and then Eckler's not gonna take the 10 mil.
No, and he would not come in at all. So you get rid of him, and you say, okay, let me just bring someone in for this year.
They're gonna reconstruct it. Well, yeah, exactly what you said. So yeah, we're talking about this year. But it's I still don't see I don't see him there in the next 2 years. If they get him for another year, awesome. But it's getting a little weird. It's the running back.
He's 28 years old, and we just know what happens to running backs
at that age. So they might just. They just fall off the cliff. Yeah, it happens. So Eckler might be that guy, but he's still producing. He's still valuable. But the problem is these newer, faster running backs are always younger and bigger and faster, or whatever they have that outbeats the starter. So I'm not saying next year's running back are like
no. Even in what we said, Austin Eckler is probably the second best fantasy purposes running back in the NFL. So, but that doesn't mean anything. When you look at your team, I could bring someone else that could do similar numbers.
Not for these guys. They don't care about fantasy. Not for these guys.
But even just for the team, it doesn't matter whatever you could do. 900 rushing yards, 800 passing yards. Doesn't matter if I could bring a rookie in that could do 800 yards rushing and 600, and I pay him that much less. It still works out for me because the way the offense works, I just rely on Herbert's arm, which is dynamic.
Right. So it's I don't know. We're gonna see what happens week 8 or 9. If he's still there. Because then we could just automatically start thinking, ooh. All right, so here's for Dynasty. If you have Eckler, yes, he's good. But I would check your rest of your roster for your running backs and take out Eckler. Just look at your roster and look. Can I do successful with this run game now for the following season? Because if I were you, if I was an Eckler owner at week 8, if he's not traded, I would sell him.
Yep.
I would sell him week 9.
To the right guy, Austin Eckler could probably get you a first-round pick.
Sell him to a championship team. Now, unfortunately, if you're contending, then I don't know. You still kind of try. Like I would still try and move him somehow, some way, because I don't want to deal with that headache next year. And you could still get something worth like this year's going to be his biggest stockpile of now.
Yep.
Like you could get a first probably still this year.
Yep. Easy
at week 8, week 9. After that, I don't know.
It's going to go down
unless he's traded.
Even if he's traded, I don't see a team that's going to work out better than with the Chargers right now.
You never know. You never know. He's a good pass catcher. If they go to a pass catching team, you never know. But I would look at week 8, 9, see if he gets traded, and before even the buzz starts coming out, you beat the buzz, and you sell him.
Yep.
despite on how good he did.
Sell high.
All you need, and usually how fantasy works, all you need is the first 6 to 7 weeks, right? You should at least get yourself in the playoffs. That's how I feel about it. He got you there. Work a way to get another running back.
I like it. I like
Work
that
your
move.
way to get another running back. Maybe not as good. Maybe a younger running back who's probably still upcoming. I don't know, man. I would probably go after Joshua Kelly. Why not? That's what I would do.
That's a good move. I mean, A-Chain. I mean, look for a team that has an older running back in front of them, and you get the younger guy, and then next year you look golden.
Right. Or get a pick or something that you could probably use.
Or Spears.
Next year's rookies are as good as A-Chain and Condre Miller at best.
Yeah.
Charbonnet at best.
Charbonnet.
You're not going to get a Gibbs, and you're not going to get a Bijan. Obviously, you're not going to get Najee Harris. Those guys aren't next year. You are getting A-Chains and Condre Millers.
Tajay Spears would be another guy to look at. That's why I'll be looking. Yeah.
All right, let's move to defense.
Defense, that 3-4 defense. That everybody was hurt last year. Everybody.
Yeah. I do like that they brought in Sebastian Joseph Day.
Yeah, that was very good.
He is a monster that nobody knows because he was under the shadow of Aaron Donald. Aaron Donald would not be as good as he would be in the last couple seasons if it wasn't for that man right there. He is one of my favorite defensive tackles.
He fixes a lot because with them, you could run right up the middle. That's how you beat this team. You just run straight up the middle, run away from Khalil Mack, run away from Joey Bosa. Don't worry about those two guys. We're going to go straight up the middle, and we're going to destroy them. And that's how they lost their playoff game. But now you put Sebastian Joseph Day there. That plugs up that big old hole that was there.
He is so disruptive. And this is the perfect team for being him between Fox and Johnston there at the D line. And then you just mentioned Khalil Mack, who probably ended up playing a little bit more edge. Mm-hmm. Kenneth Murray, Eric Kendricks just arrived, which was a solid. They tried to keep what's his face? Who I personally
the linebacker. I know.
Who you know
I know
was
exactly
with the Vikings. He's now with the Cardinals. Was with the Cardinals, then he was with the Chargers. Drew Tranquill.
Tranquill, yeah. Oh my God, I don't know how.
Drew Tranquill is one of the best IDP guys you could probably grab as a sleeper, like every year. He just Eric Kendricks. Yeah. Joey Bosa's probably gonna be there at the edge, either him or Khalil Mack.
Yep.
They might run 5 down linemen with both Khalil Mack and Joey Bosa at the end.
Yep.
And then have 1 or 2 linebackers behind them, which I've seen them do. Mm-hmm. But Asante Samuel, Derwin James, Laura Gilman, and Michael Davis and Taylor, they're all pretty solid DBs behind.
I gotta ask you, what the hell do you do with JC Jackson? That waste of money from last year.
I don't know. Like, that's the situation where, like, man. So
Bill Belichick knew what he was doing. He was like, "I'll go ahead and take him."
How much? Man, let me see if they're like right now. They are sitting at. I know they're not like where they at. I want to look at the dead cap. Hang on. I had it up. There it is. They're sitting at 12 right now. JC Jackson's dead cap right now is going to hit 32.
Oh my damn. So there's nothing you can do, but you gotta play him. You gotta play him, and you hope that he doesn't have a year that he will look awful. Before he was injured, he looked awful. He looked lost.
Yeah. So this man is getting paid, bro. However, they can cut him after this year, but it's going to be a 15 million hit, or if they wait till 25, which would be the cheapest. Actually, no, it'd be cheaper by 5 million. It'd be 10, or they could wait till 2026 and it's gonna be a 5.
You gotta if he does bad this year and bad next year, you cut him.
Oh yeah, they can probably sacrifice 15, but yeah. Martin, why mean Chargers draft TCU.
Three
player
TCU
two.
players. Yeah.
What does it mean?
That's what we said. So,
it means that they had chemistry. They had the chemistry together. Like, if Herbert goes down, Max already knows
exactly what
how
these
well
receivers
these
doing.
other receivers are.
Yep.
Which means it's going to elevate freaking Quentin Johnston. Well, I mean, it's going to elevate him no matter what. Like, Quentin Johnston's going to be Quentin Johnson. But, he's going to be good.
Do you guys not remember that everybody from the Chargers last year was hurt? The entire team, including Herbert, because Herbert, it said cracked ribs. He should have been out 4 weeks, but they had no one behind him. So to keep the playoff hopes alive, he played without being able to throw the ball really well.
Yeah, Davis Darius isn't a bad receiver. I mean, the problem is he was under Quentin Johnston's shadow the entire time, so he didn't really got that much. But
agreed.
Yeah, no, I feel like it was a smart move on them. They need a solid backup, and Max Dugan's going to be that solid backup because Herbert's not going to get benched by him unless outside of injury. So Quentin Johnston is another where have you been, man?
That's exactly what we say, Anthony.
Anthony, where have you been? I swear I'm just repeating myself right now.
We 100% agree with you, but that's what we said.
He left while we talked all about offense, man. That's. Did you leave, make dinner, come back? That's exactly what happened, my guy. You're making me repeat myself right now. You're making me repeat myself.
You're 100% right, though, man. But we know what they did. They went out. They got all those injuries, and they went out and said, "We're going to increase our depth. Our depth in this team is going to be much better." So we're looking. That's for the star power. And more for just depth overall. So if you get one or two injuries, we're gonna be okay still. Yeah, you left.
Yeah, we talked about that, man. I could tell because all these questions would have been like
we just said.
We talked about it, and then we hit a good chunk on freaking Eckler. So
yeah.
But no, I'm just saying this defense again. It's solid.
It is.
Last year they came in hot and they stayed hot. I expect the same.
This is going to be a very good team.
Yeah. Tuli Tulipopo or Poloto. God, I can never say his first name. Solid linebacker. It wouldn't surprise me that Kenneth Murray is done.
Really? I can see that though, because
it's a shame, man. I liked him so much coming in. But he has not been the guy, and he is not producing. I would not be surprised if he gets benched. Even by Nick Neiman can probably outdo him.
I was going to say, do you put Neiman in there?
You might, but Murray's he's not doing what.
I just thought that's why they got Henley. That's why they got Henley, though.
Yeah, Henley. I was about to bring in Henley. Henley is a beast.
That's why they got him and say, "Oh, he's a playmaker." You put these guys. You put Sebastian Joseph Day in front of him to take these offensive linemen off him. He's going to make plays.
Henley is probably low key, like one of the best defenders on this squad right now.
He's one of the fastest and one of the hardest to block.
You know what's great? Nobody from our dynasty actually watches our show. So between you and me, I'm telling you, one of us are probably going to grab this guy. The rest of the league don't know, but this guy is something special. So, but if you play IDP,
yeah, this is a good one. This is a very good one.
Get Diane Henley. I'm telling you, you won't be disappointed. I promise you that. So,
I honestly believe also that this is probably Khalil Mack's last year there. I really do believe this.
I can see that.
I think
I can see that.
Pilotu will probably replace Khalil Mack next year. This is probably his last chance there. I mean, Khalil, he's 32 now?
Yeah.
I think this is it not that he's out of NFL, but he's out of LA. He'll be somewhere.
If the Bears do good, he might go back.
I could see a reunion. Both teams will want that.
Last year, they were the Bears.
I could see them both wanting that. Yeah. Come on back. I can bring my Mac jersey back out of my closet, dust it back off.
What if he might even go back to the Raiders? You never know.
If they're a better
team.
But
the problem is they suck. So
yeah,
I don't know. I'd rather go to a winning team.
I can see Chicago. I can see New Orleans.
Yeah. So all right. as we always do before we go into the schedule and whatnot, I don't know if you want to go first, but go ahead. We're going to talk about who you taking, who you gambling, and who you just don't want.
All right.
So I'll
I'll
let you go
for this one.
first,
Yeah,
or
I
unless
get
you want me to.
I got this one. I could pick this one, pick anyone I want. This is great. First time. I am taking Joey Bosa this year, guys. I know this sounds weird. I believe Joey Bosa is going to have a huge year this year. And you know what? I said last year because of Khalil Mack. This year is because of Joseph Day. Sebastian Joseph Day is going. You cannot double both these guys now. Cannot. So he's going to take so much pressure off the line. If you try to double team Khalil Mack, he's going to, then Joey Bosa is going to be crazy. If you try to double team Joey Bosa, Khalil Mack's going to be crazy. So I feel like there's too many guys on this line right now. My take is definitely Joey Bosa this year. He's going to do what his brother was doing. See,
not bad.
My gamble. I'm going to gamble on Keenan Allen. I know that sounds weird, Keenan Allen, because Keenan Allen's been producing all the time, but he's getting older. But for 1 year, I will say that he, because of Kellen Moore being the new offensive coordinator, I feel like we're getting balls through the air. It's going to be bombs away. But I think he's no longer going to be the first receiver anymore. I believe Quentin Johnston and Mike Williams are going to be battling for that. But I think he's going to get a lot of underneath routes, and he's going to end up producing a lot of routes, a lot of yards. So, but he's still a gamble overall for me. I can't hear you, Mark. Pardon.
For Dynasty.
Oh, for Dynasty. Ugh. Then I'll go to the other.
That's what I'm saying. Like this is a weird pick for a gamble on Keenan Allen. For
then
Dynasty.
I'm going
these
for
are all
Mike
Dynasty picks.
No, then I'm going Mike Williams on the other side because he could be traded at any point in time, but he's still young. I still could I like Mike Williams overall, but once again, he's going to have big numbers no matter where he goes. He's 28. He's 28. But I'm going to that side there for him. Okay. Then for Dynasty, then that you made it really easy for me who I'm not taking in.
Yes, we're Dynasty, man. It's a Dynasty show.
I'm going to not take Keenan Allen, yeah. Because for Dynasty purposes, it doesn't make sense. He's too old. He's probably going to produce for it. I'm going to get two more years. He's probably going to produce, but I just don't need that worry on my team because when if you're going down to the third receiver, I don't need him being there right now. I would try to get rid of him at all cost and see what I could get from him.
Okay. I mean I'm not arguing with that. So so you're taking Joey Bosa.
Joey Bosa, yeah.
Mike Williams as your gamble, and you're not touching
a 31-year-old balding guy.
Yeah. So but yeah. What's up, Roman? If the receivers can stay healthy, Allen will eat. I can see Herbert having a ton of passing yards this year, but Allen says also that he's going to be gone before Max. So they could be gone at the same time as at the end of the season, anyways. I
think you get rid of both of them because they have the replacement already here. He's like, all right, go ahead, replacement.
Darius Davis might come in. He probably won't be as good, but he'll be something.
He'll be younger,
draft
cheaper,
the next 2 years.
Younger, cheaper, and able to catch the ball.
Yeah. So, but yeah, no, for this year specifically, yes, absolutely. For this year specifically, I agree with this statement right here.
Yeah.
But for Dynasty, I get
rid of
Allen. No. Mike Williams is a better gamble and then you're not taking Austin Eckler, you said, right?
No.
Okay. All right. So for me, I mean, I guess it's too easy. I thought you were gonna go with this guy as your first. Despite him having catch issues, I still would take this guy as my number one, Quentin Johnston. He's going to be there for many years. It's too easy not to grab this guy. If Mark was here, he probably would have grabbed him, and I probably would have been like, I mean, waited till after he was done, but I'm pretty sure this would have been
This
his
is
guy.
definitely be because that's what he's probably going to happen this year in our draft.
He's trying to grab him.
That's what's going to happen.
He's trying to grab this guy so bad.
If he's still there, I don't know.
Look, we'll see what happens in what 18 days.
18 days.
Is that we got 18 days? That's when our draft is. So, yo, I don't know. We'll see. I'm still trying to move up. So
that would be so bad. You move to 6 and grab him. Oh man,
I'm not. I don't know. We'll see. Anyways,
okay.
But yeah, no, it's too easy. Quentin Johnston, I'll grab this guy.
Okay,
for sure as my number one. Like for sure, I'm taking. As for my gamble, I'll take Diane Henley as my gamble.
I like that.
He's not starting right away according to what this depth chart is, but I have a feeling mid-season
he'll play.
He will make his way till number 1.
He's going to play, and he's going to make a lot of plays for this team.
Yes. So if you have an IDP league, grab him in like one of your mid rounds because he'll probably be there. And a lot of people probably don't know about him, or maybe they do. I don't know, but I like Henley a lot. So, and he's one of those guys that kind of climbed up the boards, and we're like, who is this guy? And then we had already done the linebackers by that point, so we didn't even get to showcase this guy.
Yep.
So yeah. Roman, I was talking with someone the other day, and does it look like QJ takes the Williams role and Palmer takes the Allen role? Then yes, absolutely. We mentioned earlier at the beginning of the season or show, they drafted Mike Williams to replace Mike Williams.
Yeah, exactly.
That's basically sums it up, man. That really just sums it up.
I don't know if Josh Palmer takes over as much as I think Darius Davis does end up over on the other side. I really do believe he ends up being a Z. So takes over for Keenan Allen.
Well, I think what we're going to see in the next 3 years is we're going to see Quentin Johnston, Palmer, Davis, plus that rookie they grab in the next 2 years.
That makes sense. Yeah.
That's what I see. I don't see Williams or Allen there anymore.
Because they cost too much money. I think Williams will still be good somewhere, but why pay someone
Jalen Guyton's still on his rookie contract next year too. So
he is. Mm-hmm.
We never know.
Yeah, I like
all right, so my gamble was Henley. And the guy I'm just not going to take at all. I don't want to touch at all. Is despite how young he is, I don't care. We talked about it, and this is the reason why I'm taking my gamble of Henley is because I think Kenneth Murray is just done. He hasn't produced enough to make that. Like I understand he started now. He was so good in college, but he's not doing what it takes. And he was also injured, I think, last year too. So
he was always on the ground. That's what the problem is. Your inside linebacker can't be on the ground all the time, especially in this defense, because both their edge rushers, their outside linebackers, are rushing the quarterback. They basically have 5 down linemen. That means your inside linebackers have to be up making plays, and he does not make plays.
No, he doesn't. He's not. He's not that guy that I feel like can elevate this defense. You know, obviously Asante Samuel, Derwin James, those guys are all like great, you know, and they're good at what they do. But Kenneth Murray, he's so big too. Like you look at this man, you're like, dude, you got to be the best linebacker if I didn't know football, and I was introduced to the Chargers tomorrow, I'm like, damn, that guy is probably your best player, but he's not.
Yep, 6'2", 240. He's pretty fast, but he's not that guy. He's just not that guy. I don't know what else to say about him.
Let's just put it this way. We all know I hate Patrick Queen, right?
Yep.
This guy's worse.
Oh, that's not even a question. Patrick Queen's actually at least a starting linebacker. I'm not sure this guy's a starting linebacker.
So, yeah, it's
funny that neither of us took J.C. Jackson.
I mean, why?
Because he's awful. But I feel like you don't know if he's going to have the same awful year again. He's a big question mark. You have no idea what the hell he's going to do again.
Exactly. That's not even a gamble, such in there. That's like no, I'm not. No. You got other DBs that I'd rather choose from.
But he could be a no. I'm never touching him. But you don't want to do that because you have no idea what he's going to end up being, because he could turn it around and be fine. I don't even want to. I would rather than be on someone else's team, and that's why I didn't touch him. I don't
Right.
want to say yes, good, bad, nothing. I just want to say go on someone else's team and let them be their headache, not mine.
So I don't know. It's interesting. So I don't know, but those are some interesting takes. We also do IDP, so we grab some defensive guys in there.
Yeah.
So yeah, you went with Joey Bosa as your main one, so that's interesting.
I think he's going to have a great year.
Yeah. So all right, moving on with the schedule. I feel like I should play that video again, but I don't know.
It's so good.
It is. It is. It was a good scheduled video. It was just different, and the Chargers blew it out the water. Even Anthony was confused, like, "What am I watching?" Like, it was the Chargers schedule. So I'll play it again at the end of the show if you guys want to. But
that's the way we should go out. I like that.
Or whatever. It doesn't matter. If they want it. If not, rewind it to the beginning of the show. All right. Moving on with the schedule. They're playing the Dolphins first. Where is it at? There it is. All right. So do you have the schedule up? I don't.
Yep.
All right, go ahead.
All right, so we have the Dolphins first, 3:25 on 9:10. Then we're at Tennessee Titans, 9:17. Then we're at the Minnesota Vikings, 9:24. Then we're against the Las Vegas Raiders, 10-1.
Early bye week. That sucks.
Yeah, that fifth week bye week is horrible.
That sucks. I don't like it.
Which is interesting though. So they actually had 10 days. Oh, was it? So they have between 4 or 5 years. So they had the bye week. They have no other huge, like, people that have early bye weeks usually have another like Thursday night game.
Mm-hmm.
I don't see a Thursday night game at all. They don't have another bye. But let me go through the whole schedule. So the Cowboys, 10-16.
They have a 15th. Sorry.
Okay.
December. Go ahead.
So Kansas City, the 22nd. The Bears, the 29th of October. At the Jets, the 6th of November. Versus the Lions, the 12th of November. At the Packers, November 19th. Against the Ravens, November 26th. At the Patriots, December 3rd. Versus the Broncos, December 10th. At the Raiders, 4 days later. Oh, wow. Okay, 4 days later, December 14th.
That's their Thursday game. Yeah,
that's their Thursday game. And then they have 10 days or 9 days, only 9 days before the Bills. So that must be a Thursday game. It's the Bills on December 23rd. Saturday game. Yep. And then Broncos on New Year's Eve. And then the Chiefs on January 7th.
You know what's crazy? That's going to be on Peacock, not any CBS, NFL, Fox, ESPN, Prime, none of those.
Yep.
CBS, none of those. That's on Peacock.
That's crazy. That's so weird.
It is weird. I forgot to mention that some of the Peacock is going to try and get themselves in there. But that's fine. I don't have to deal with that because I have NFL HD.TV, so that's fine.
Exactly. And you guys should be getting the same thing too.
You guys really should. It's great. Description down below if you guys want to look at it. But it's a whole year, and you get every sport and cartoons and news and everything. It's just not NFL. So, all right. So this schedule sucks.
It does.
And the only reason I say that is I'm not a fan of the late, big, gargantuan schedule of no rest, because if you really want to think about it, there's a bye week between the Bills and the Raiders, kind of, but it's still not a bye week because that's like 9 days, where a bye week is like almost a whole. No, it's almost a bye week, right? Kind of.
It's almost, but it's a little bit short. And then the fact that they have all these games afterwards is just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 games. 11 games afterwards. That's a lot to have to play in a row for a team that's very injury prone.
Fairly tough schedule, especially mid to late, very early. But that bye week's gonna suck.
Yeah.
At a glance, I see 11 to 12. Okay, that's interesting. That's interesting. Okay.
Let me look. 1, 2.
So if I'm looking at this, yeah, I can see them beating Miami week 1 just because it's early. Actually, no,
That's
no, they're gonna
exact
lose that.
opposite. I think they lose that.
They might
week
lose
1.
that one.
Mhm.
I see Tennessee, I see Minnesota, and I see Vegas. Okay. Then the bye week, Dallas is gonna have to prove themselves what they really are.
Mhm.
I'm gonna say they come out with the win there, and then they lose
To Kansas City, yeah.
again to Kansas City.
I
So
think I said they beat the Bears. I even on my own show, I said,
I think they might beat the Bears. I think so too. The Jets, I
I
think
don't
they
think
lose
they
to the Jets.
I think they lose. I think they lose to
Damn,
the Lions
Detroit.
too. I think they lose to the Lions. Yeah.
That's gonna be a good one. That's gonna be a good game.
But it's not at Detroit, so it is
Then
in
I'm gonna
LA.
I'm gonna give them that one. They beat Green Bay.
Yep. Baltimore's
They
gonna be tough.
beat Baltimore.
I don't know.
I think they beat Baltimore.
I think that's gonna be tough because now they've gotten this is what game 7 after the bye now.
Yeah, and this is where it starts to get
This is when they start getting
weird.
beat up. Yeah.
Yeah. And
So
they might not have enough players by week 13 with New England
yeah.
in New England. And that's in December when everything starts getting
Cool.
cold.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, so that's why I think the Ravens might be a loss. Patriots, they might win, but the Broncos are hard too.
I think they beat the Broncos.
I think they win one of these 2 games. They beat the Broncos at one of them. I think they split with the Broncos. And they beat the Raiders.
I see 10 wins, Raiders being their last.
I see 10 or 11. 10 or 11.
I say 10.
I'm going to let's go one time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. See 10. 11.
Yeah.
I'm going 11. I'm going to say they start the season with with 4 straight wins.
After the Miami game?
So I think they beat.
That's what I have. I have Tennessee, Minnesota, and LA
yeah.
win. I have those 3. You have them
Those
beating
3.
Miami?
Oh no! See, after Miami, they got 1, 2, 3,
3.
and I haven't beaten Dallas. Is what I'm saying.
Same.
So,
and then they beat the Chicago.
Yeah, they beat Chicago. I have
Then they
beaten.
beat.
They could beat Detroit. Honestly,
Detroit. No, I don't know.
That's where I'm between 10 and 11 right now because I have Detroit or I know they beat Green Bay. Do they beat Detroit? I don't know.
I see 10, and I still have them losing to Detroit.
We could do 10. I think we're almost in agreement with 10.
Okay.
Because that's what they always do. This is what they do.
Yeah, Roman says 9 or 10. Yeah, wins. Okay, yeah, you fat fingered that, didn't you? You fat fingered that. Yeah, no, I got you, man. I got you. I do it all the time, so it's cool. My second go through, I'm looking 9 or 10.
Yeah.
So he went. Okay, that's fine. Hey, look, we like I go through this thing multiple times. The only thing we don't have is Braden checking the over under on Vegas. So normally he's just like pinpoint bam. But they're busy with stuff over there, and that's the reason why Mark couldn't come on today.
Yeah.
Which is fine, family and real stuff comes first. Speaking of real stuff, this is why we're so late today because we were supposed to go on earlier today. I ended up getting a call that I had to figure some stuff out with military, so I couldn't. I had to handle that, and then Mark's family just got there to Indy, so he had to deal with that as well. So we're here now. So we were gonna come on maybe about 7 hours ago. for this. So, but it worked out because Brian's home, and then we're like, well, I guess we'll just wait, and we'll have Brian. So let me get that.
So under 9.5 is the number right now.
Oh, you looked it up? Good.
I looked it up.
I'm so glad you looked it up while I was just talking. Good job. Mark would have just sat there.
I was like, I see what he's doing. I got you.
Yo, I'm glad you picked up what I'm freaking dropping here. Mark would have just sat there. Oh, I didn't know. Like, yeah, dude. Think. All right. So let's
it's crazy.
Here? Yeah, there. Okay. I'm like, I made this. I know I have most of these teams on here. So let me get the fancy thing here that I've made that we're slowly developing. All right.
I got the Chargers.
Yeah, I got the Chargers here. So let me see here. We got them at 10 wins. No. What did we say? 10?
10 wins. Yep.
All right.
Which they always get 10 wins. They always have 9 or 10 wins every year.
Which is enough to get them in the playoffs, usually. Unless the rest of the division is
Brandon
doing crap.
Unless Staley does another Staley thing.
God, that was so horrible, man. You had Mike Williams healthy. You put him in a game that doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
Because you have already made the playoffs, and then you're going to still put him in, and then he gets – oh, man. I knew at that point we're like, this dude's going to lose his job because
he should have been fired immediately.
You were so mad and heated that day. I remember vividly. You were so mad.
I thought he was the dumbest coach I've ever seen. I was like, how you go for a dumb coach last year and then come to another dumber coach this year? This is stupid. What were you doing?
I remember how mad you went on like a good 10-minute rant, and you were Tank like yesterday about it, and we're like, but we agreed with you rather than not agree with you.
Yeah, crazy take.
It was nuts, man. So, but I mean, I just can't believe you would just do that.
It was stupid. And
honestly, it really was. And then they didn't even have him, and they probably could have used him in the playoffs against the Jags because they couldn't produce anything on offense after the Jags came back, man. They were up by what? 20-some points?
21, 22?
It was a lot.
And all the Jags were doing was running straight up the middle. And then once they loosened that defense up,
and then they couldn't score again. The Chargers couldn't score again. So both offense and defense on the Jags stepped up, and the
Chargers fizzed out.
There you go.
Their battery died.
Yeah. So all right. So we have, according to our chart here, we have them mid-tier so far, underneath the Lions, and then second to that, we have them at tie with the Steelers, tie with the Seahawks. And underneath the Lions and the Eagles here. Can you see this?
The Eagles one is a little bit hard.
Can you see all the numbers clearly, or do I need to change the colors on some of these?
The Eagles is the only one that's kind of hard because it kind of blends in.
I can make it white or
almost red, but you want to match the colors too, the team.
No, I do. Yeah. That's what I've been doing.
That works.
Yeah. So but yeah, no, so far this is I'm excited when we finish this because we're gonna have a whole episode of not only are we gonna do a simulated like playoff tree, and we're gonna try and have you in that one too because I think it'd be fun. We're probably gonna do it on Wednesday, to be honest.
That'd be perfect.
And we're gonna have of these teams how we're going to simulate the draft picks.
That's what I want to see. We're
going to try and do the first 16 rounds because that's how it works. And then the other 16 in the playoff tree. And at the end of the season, we're going to come back to this board and then we're going to see how well we guess. Because last year, I'm telling you guys, we didn't have any proof. Last year, we nailed almost all the records, myself and Mark, all of them to the T. Between Mark and I, like he said some ridiculous things that we were like, okay. and he was right on
That's
money.
because ridiculous things were happening during the season.
But,
and it was just like It was like
but everything
the
we
Lions
said
would win 10
happened.
games, and then like 5 games, and I'm like, and then like week 17, he's like,
they went on a streak of wins.
Take it. It's like,
yeah, we're like, yeah, because I
Mark.
even remember Mark was like, yeah, I think my Lions take was wrong. We're like, you were wrong. You were way wrong. And then you were laughing at him. We're like, you're an idiot. And then
like week 17, he's like, how wrong was I now, Brian? I was like,
no, it was some wild stuff. But
sorry, Mark.
I'm excited for that episode, because that episode's gonna determine how well we actually know. But look, guys, we give people championship. We do
every year. There's people
we've gotten people championships
that love they win their championships, coming in and asking questions on Sundays and Wednesdays. So
yeah, do you remember? Monica?
Yeah,
or Monique. My bad.
Oh,
Monique came in. Monique came in. What was it? 2-3 weeks ago, and she came in, and I haven't seen her in a while since the season was over, and that's what happens. It's fine, redrafters they come and go. She came in, and I asked him, like, how have you been? Like, haven't seen you in a while, and I remembered her, and I'm like, how did you do? And she goes, you guys got me to the playoffs, but I lost first round because of Mike Williams. I was like, or Mike Evans. Mike Evans. She was playing against Mike Evans, and they happened to leave him in. And she's like, yeah, I lost. I was like, dude, that sucks. That sucks. So I was like, all right, well, it is what it is,
It's okay, because it happens to everybody who did that, who went against them.
But I mean, it happens. Fantasy's a crazy world, and this is why we love making content for it. So, Anthony, I'm not saying you're the guy, but I have a feeling it's ironic that the night you said, oh yeah, we could get 300 easy.
Yep.
I don't know. We just had 300. So tomorrow we're going to make the announcement that we hit 300, and then we're going to let it simmer for one more week. The following week we'll do the announcements. So that gives you guys a week to tell your friends and family, even if they don't watch the show. I don't know.
Watch the video, comment, like, subscribe, and you'll be in the running. So let's do those things. Tell everybody else.
Yeah, why not? But they got to be subscribed and they got to like it. So, every 100 we give out another jersey.
Say, hey, be capable to say redraft sucks. If you can do that, you can do those 3 things, you can win a Dynasty Pylon jersey.
It was what we came out at the time. Redraft
funny. We all
is
like
okay.
It. We all like it still.
We all like it. I just prefer Dynasty over it, but an IDP. So yeah, congrats. Exactly. Exactly. I have a feeling on how for certain someone, because we were sitting at 298.
Yeah. And then we
were at 299. Somebody unsubscribed, which is fine. Nobody likes us. I'm surprised. Like, no, I'm not saying nobody likes. I'm just saying that some people just don't like us. I have a feeling after we trashed on the Washington,
it was a Commanders fan.
It had to be, because it literally was after we made that Commanders video, we dropped one subscriber. We're like, well, I guess we're at 298. Because even watching Mark during that episode was hilarious.
He looked so sad. It was like looking in the mirror for me. I was like, man, I know that feeling. I know that feeling last year.
Oh my God. It was funny though. Watching him going through the schedule and just getting more and more depressed. And then, I like what he did. He still tried to defend them. And we're like, no, Mark.
He said the same number I said last year. He said the exact same number. I saw it. I was like, man, this is just deja vu.
Mark, I love you, man. I don't know where you're at. I hope you get your whatever you're doing. Like, I know what you're doing, but I'm not gonna say what you're doing. I hope you get it done soon. But otherwise, tomorrow we are doing AFC North due to this guy over here. Wants to do AFC North draft, and
yes. That's gonna be fun because that division is stupid.
It is stupid. No QBs again. No QBs. We're gonna see how well we draft. I haven't deleted them yet. I thought about it. I'm gonna make these best ball leagues, and I won't actually start the leagues until closer to July, end of July, early August, just in case there's some big time moves that will dramatically change a single player's team. So, but don't get out of them. If you're in them, stay in them. And if you're not familiar with what best ball, literally the amount of attention you need to put into it is nothing. Just don't get out of them. I don't know. I might feel good, and I might give out a jersey for whoever who accumulates the most wins. I might, if I feel good. I don't know.
So that you know what that means. What time tomorrow?
Well, if I say there is no same time, man, same time as always. Wednesday, 6 p.m.
Always
Pacific.
6 p.m. Pacific.
Yeah, your 6 p.m. Like right now, tomorrow.
9 Eastern, 8 Central, 7 Mountain Time, 6 Pacific.
Yes. But I will have the thumbnail. I'll try and do it early. I need your help tomorrow for that.
Okay.
So I'll try and make it. And so I will have the link to the sleeper app. So whoever gets in first, like I know Anthony got in before the show started. So whoever is in the first come first. So we're only doing 6 teams.
Yeah.
So yeah. Not this Anthony. This is Ross, the other Anthony. Washington Anthony. This guy.
Mr.
Anthony, I still need you to answer my question. How long have you been with us, man? I need to know. I really do. I want to know. I think it was at the end of the season, right?
That's what I feel like it, because I mean he was always coming on Facebook and came out of nowhere, and he's been loyal, and I love Anthony being here. I appreciate it, man.
He's here every day, and he gives us crap too, so I love it. All right, so tomorrow, same time, Wednesday shenanigans. We're gonna do AFC North. We're talking about AFC North, but we're gonna have a change up as we always do. We like to draft just AFC North so we can keep focused on the AFC North, because we got some good conversations about some of these running backs and receivers last week. So, and I liked it. And we also talked about defense. So it was very interesting. I like what we're doing. We just think of things.
But it's a good way to really flesh out these guys, to see good players on defense and on tight ends that will be good for receivers that don't have to just be at the tight end position. We get all type of things that are going on, especially when you don't have to worry about the quarterback.
Yeah, exactly. So, do we end it on the Chargers scheduled video?
I think we have to.
Huh? Yeah, we won't do the regular outro. I think I was subscribed for 40 something. It's, what's funny is I was number 82 to you. I remember that. I was number 82. So I was there before the triple digits. I've been there.
And what he wants is an 82 jersey.
Which is crazy is now
what
words are like. I think you guys are affiliate now from what YouTube has changed. I think
no. So the 500 thing,
I'm not sure
exactly how it works. So I'll tell you about that a little later.
All right. Well, maybe Anthony wants to know about it later. We'll talk to him. But let's close it out on the Chargers video. Again, thanks for watching. We'll see you guys tomorrow. But for now, I'll end it on this video again of the Chargers schedule. If you missed it at the beginning, we'll play it again, and we'll call it a day. All right. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you tomorrow.
あの先まで走り続けて諦めないで最後までやり遂げて閉じた